Happy hearts have harmony. Happy hearts have harmony. That's my inspiration, my philosophy. Money is money.
Being spiritual and not religious drew us to scichic.com and its dating section linked in the footer.
It's a new launch, and we want you to register in hopes that you find a lover, partner, and a friend beyond a traditional introduction, breaking views of cultural perception.
Tell your friends now.
So, this is Robin Zodiac, and I'm here every Friday, but next Friday I will not be here. It's Mother Day weekend, so I want to wish all those mothers out there happy, happy, happy Mother's Day. Excluding mine. Just kidding. Well, actually not. But I'm a mother, so I'm going to be celebrating, so I won't be here next Friday. And we've got Tony in the studio. Tony.
That's right, baby.
Love Tony.
Love you too.
So anyway, this is your show. Give me a call at 323-524-2599. And this is a sample reading show. So if you do have further questions, do go to my website at scichic.com. That's the word psychic with a dash in the middle.com. And you go to the readings page, and you can find out how to get a hold of me during the week, or you can call back next week and ask another question. It's just that if you have a question, then let's focus on that. Or if you just want me to go with what I'm getting, then please do save your question for another time. So I will be back in 2 weeks. Friday night between 7 and 8 here on UBN Radio. So we have a caller. I figure I know who this is. Is this Margie calling in from New Jersey? Hello?
This is this Robin?
Yes. Hi, Margie. Missing you.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, me too. Missing you too.
Yeah.
So, just
Yeah.
see what's happening with my love life.
Okay. Well, I do feel things are going to start picking up. It does say that you've had some disappointment. I am getting that there is a phone call. I am getting the number 10. So has it been a week now, or has it been 10 days? Because it could go 10 days.
Yeah,
total.
it's been a little bit. Yeah, it's been over like a week and a half.
Okay, a week and a half. So he should be calling any day now. Could be another 10 days, but I do believe that he will be contacting you. I am getting that you are going through a lot of mixed emotions, that I feel that sometimes you're okay, and then sometimes you really, really want to talk to him, and you have this frustration or this like inner battle. But it says that he does consider you a soulmate. I really do feel, once again, that he's pushing boundaries. He's testing your loyalty and, once again, the strength of the relationship. Obviously, he's extremely insecure, or he has his bouts of being insecure. He may not generate that to you, but also I keep getting something around home stressing him out. I know we've talked before, and I do see some changes in his home. Once again, I am getting, he's not moving away, but I am getting that there's movement. Either, someone's moving in, someone's moving out. But so I do feel like that's going to be happening. But it says peace of mind, and I am getting the number 2. So hopefully in 2 days you will be spending time together again.
Sunday I will see him probably at an event. So I don't know how that's
Great.
going to play out. So
Great. Yeah, well, once again, I feel peace of mind. I know a little bit about the background story, and we've talked about, and you've been real with me about, feeling, jealousy of, and, we've talked about that, and how it's the fear of being unloved, and we all experience, and it's totally normal, especially when we love somebody and care about them. But I actually feel like he's going to be very talkative with you. I know you're expecting him to kind of be a cold fish, but I really do believe that, he's dished out a lot to you. And you've stood strong, and you give him reassurance, constant positive reassurance. And he sometimes pushes your boundaries, expecting, some, negative reinforcement. It's kind of like reverse psychology. Like he does these things, like negative things that, to push your boundaries, and then you give him positive reinforcement to basically always reassuring him. And we all need reassurance.
Right.
But I do feel like you sound great considering the circumstances. And I know you have your moments.
no, last week I wasn't too much. I wasn't too much great.
Wow.
I was a mess.
Oh, it was like one of the worst weeks for me. I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't been able to log on. I just got psychic attacked all over the place. This week was like one of the, and the week before it was another one. So thank God Tony educated me that we had like 4 retrogrades going at the same time. So we went direct on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's like Saturn is retrograde. Yeah, so
Saturn. And Tony said Pluto,
it's
right?
a bunch of retrogrades. Yeah.
Pluto and Venus, I think, is still.
Yeah, Pluto too.
Yeah, so that's friends. That's spiritual interaction with It's like I said, I've been under spiritual attack through this Saturn retrograde.
Right.
Saturn is friends. It's not that I lost friends, but I'm having a hard time making friends, and I'm scratching my head wondering why.
Oh, yeah.
Because I am a good friend, and anybody that doesn't want to be a friend to me, I feel sorry for her, I don't understand that. So, but I think you can understand, you are not only a lover to, speaking of, but you're a really good friend. You've been a good friend to me, and I know you're a really good friend. You're loyal. And
hope I am, but he's, like I said, he's got these, that friend out.
Yes, I know. We've talked about her.
That irks me and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but
that has started back up again. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so true. Like Tony.
Yes.
I flirt with you all the time, right?
Yes, you do.
Openly, right?
Very open.
And why do I do that? Why do I feel comfortable enough doing that?
Because I'm not a hetera.
No, it's not that. It's because you're my friend.
Oh, okay. There we go.
So I'm just telling you.
There's no threat. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, Margie. The reason why he can display this behavior is because it's a friend. It's not somebody that he's interested in. So that's why I brought Tony aboard.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so
you can go back now, right?
Okay. Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome.
So I definitely, I really do see a future with this man. I really do. I'm getting marriage, and it could be a year from now, but I definitely feel that this man, he just feels you're too good to be true. And honestly, I've talked to you before that don't ever hold back. I mean, fighting and a little bit of friction is a fine line between frustration and passion, and I always say, make the molehill mountain and make the mountain a molehill. Like, I'm not bothered by this Facebook stuff, but if he spills a drink on you, then you flip out, like, well, how could you, and that obviously it's not a big deal.
I'm just kind of leaving him I'm leaving right now because it's like, I can't reach out, so I can't push it,
Right. You got to take care of yourself first. But yeah, I totally get it. I know it's really frustrating, and I don't have a Facebook account because I just can't handle it. I just can't handle it. I always say Facebook's like TV and Twitter's like radio. So Twitter's a much safer place, because people don't put stuff on your wall when you're not around. So, yeah, but I definitely feel that he's just, and obviously the person that he's flirting with or carrying on with, is well aware of your presence. And, I just feel it's all an act. I mean, he is an entertainer, so of course he's just entertaining and, he's trying out some jokes. And, it's his creative mind, and he doesn't do it to be hurtful. So, but if you are hurt, Margie, you got to show your teeth. You have to. You have to. It's good for the relationship. Like I always say, the relationships of people that don't fight always end, never talking again because there's no passion. I mean, fighting is actually an action to show that you're fighting for a relationship, even though, we all want an easygoing relationship. But first of all, that's not.
The problem is we're in that tenuous kind of thing because we're not actually in the relationship right now. Do you know what I mean? It's very, and it's not an established boundaries kind of real relationship. It's kind of
No, I know the background story, and like he puts up walls and boundaries and things like that. But like I always say, Margie, that's when you got to kick in your what do you call it, conceit, and say, what? I'm the best thing ever happened to you, buddy. How could you say that, and just puff up your chest? I mean, obviously, he needs some friction. He needs to know that, you're not the only one in the driver's seat. You got to share, especially in a long trip, you got to share the driver's seat, so. Yeah, but you guys, like I said, I see tonight that there's the future ahead, and I know how long it's been and how much, he goes through all the, he's a very, very creative person, and creative people are usually moody. So it goes with the territory. So you are his touchstone. You do make him feel normal, and, and your opinion of him matters more than anyone else in the room when he's performing. So that's a lot of the reason why sometimes, you're not included, is because he just doesn't want you to see him, crash and burn. So, but tonight it looks like it's going to hopefully be 2 days. If it's 2 weeks, I'll be back on in 2 weeks. You'll have to get back with me. But I do believe the next time I do a show that you'll have some good news.
Well,
yeah, so let me knows.
All right.
The news. All right.
I will.
All righty. Thanks for calling.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Robin.
Pleasure.
Okay, have a nice night.
Lots of love. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Okay, we've got another caller. Bye-bye, Margie. And we're moving on to the next caller. Who am I speaking with? Hello?
Hi, this is Laura.
Hi, Laura. Where are you calling
Robin.
from? Yeah. What city or state?
How are you?
Good. What area are you calling from, Laura?
Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach. Wow. Yay. I have quite a few friends in Virginia Beach, actually. Do you know Tina Bliss?
Oh,
okay.
No.
All right. She's another psychic reader. She's in Virginia Beach. And yeah, so anyway, let me move on. Did you have a specific question, Laura? Or would you just like me to go with what I get?
Well, maybe a little bit of both.
Okay.
I was hoping if
Sure.
you could maybe connect with my husband, Stephen.
Okay. First of all, I get the number 2. So is there any significance around the month of February? Were you married, engaged, or is there a birthday of someone in your family around February? I keep getting the number 2.
February was an important time for us. We celebrated Valentine's Day.
Okay. Did you get engaged?
Very much so. That was our holiday time together.
Good. Did you get engaged on Valentine's, or did he ask you to marry you and
No.
get the ring? Okay, for some reason it's coming up.
No.
Yeah, February seems to be very significant. Yeah, all over the place. I keep getting February. It does. Now, also, he's talking about an ex. So was he married before you, Laura?
He was.
Okay. And has she passed? No. Laura? Okay, I'm sorry to bring that up. I can tell that that's something that you don't really want him to talk about. But it does. Yeah, but for some reason, I am getting that there, I am getting that there is some things going on. And it says, once again, he says that I'm trying to get back on track because he's very upset that there's some heartache going on with me mentioning her, and I'm sorry to go in that direction. I also feel that he wants to talk to you about how much he does love you. I do get that it seems like Stephen was really good at times, he says, at times that he was able to express his feelings. It wasn't all the time, but he does feel that you were able to pull things out of him like nobody else could. It says that you really turned his psyche around and changed him, that you gave him peace and comfort. And he knows your heart now, that how loyal and committed and loving you are. Also, he talks about something creative. So it's either music or art. So are you doing something creative now, Laura? I mean, Virginia Beach is a pretty creative area, so something about art.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you do art? Are you going to art galleries, something like that? Do you work in the art world?
No, I don't work in the art world, but I do like art, enjoy it, and
Okay.
the only thing that I can think of is that I'm developing my mediumship.
Fabulous. Yeah,
And
that's
have
very
been-
creative. Wonderful.
So
That's great. Yeah.
that may be.
Yeah. And Tony was talking about, if you don't mind, we're going to talk to Tony for a minute. Because last week you mentioned in Virginia, it's not Virginia Beach, though. What is the name? Edgar Casey.
Edgar Casey, yeah.
Where is
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Yes.
It's in Virginia. I think it's around Virginia Beach or somewhere around
Are you
there.
familiar with
Yes,
that, Laura?
it's 67th Street. Yes, I go there quite frequently to the conferences, and I
Fabulous.
volunteer there on occasion.
Fabulous. Okay, great. Well, yeah, and it says that, I just felt like the reason why Stephen was bringing up art and music or, once again, your spiritual work is that it does feel like you are really tapping in and really connecting. I also feel that another thing that I always say to, be an accurate psychic, you have to be truthful, not only with other people, but you have to be truthful with yourself. And it says that that's one thing Stephen said that you really brought out in him. Like he was able to face his fears. He was able to, I don't feel like he sat down very often, but it does say that he does reminisce on moments that feels like he sat there and really contemplated what you said, and that he really tried to put things into action. Like you were very wise and you gave him a lot of peace and comfort. Like you took a lot of time with him, because I do feel like he was, I get him as a very tough guy. I actually get him as really big, but also, in spirit, he's a very huge, it could be symbolic in your life, but he just wants you to know that you touch a lot of people's lives, and he was a tough cookie. So he says if you can turn him around, you can turn anybody around. So he definitely is extremely supportive, and he feels like he's your muse in regards to your mediumship work. So he wants to take credit for that. But most men like to take credit for us women, but that's okay. We know this, right? But yeah, it says
Yes, someone else told me that.
Yeah.
You're very accurate. Very accurate.
Oh,
yes.
good. Yeah, it says that he was.
Thank you.
Oh, sure, my pleasure. It says that he was very, very intuitive with you, not with a lot of people. Like I said, Steve was the type of person that did not let many people get close to him, and you really did. You really turned him around, and he keeps talking about sitting like on the edge of the bed and trying to express to you all the things.
Yes.
He says he didn't have the right words, or he felt he didn't have the right words, but now that you communicate in the psychic world, he feels like you understand what he was trying to say. That's what he told me to tell you. So you probably
Wonderful.
understand what I'm talking about. So anyway, I didn't mean to get off the wrong start. I'm sorry, but once again, it does feel that he didn't have the healthiest. I guess that's why he brought up his past, is that he didn't have the healthiest training or upbringing or being able to relate. And he did find that you were able to turn that around. That's what I feel is going to happen. And he does mention that this person is not well. So sorry to say that. I don't like to, predict negativity, but, sometimes I don't like to leave the show and think, oh my gosh, I kept, so I've even told Tony, haven't I told you, Tony, that I've gone home with like spirits following me
Oh,
home?
yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, okay, I'll tell him next time. Like this, I had this one caller call a couple times, and I wasn't able to give her the information that was really important. And she hasn't called me back. And it's like, maybe she's a little afraid. Or maybe, she kept stopping me. Like, no, that's not right. No, that's not right. But I'm telling you, sometimes I can't leave without, saying everything, because then
Right.
I'm haunted
Sure.
during the week, So, yeah, but that's wonderful. Do you have any information for me? Like I said in the opening of the show, these last 2 weeks have been chaotic in my life. Do you want to give a shot at your mediumship on what do you think it is? Do you think it's my energy,
I
my
didn't-
aura? I'm just...
I didn't.
It's fine. You don't have to answer, but
Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure
I'm
out
just
why.
too taken aback right now by
Okay,
the
cool.
connection
Cool. No, I totally get it.
had with my husband, and it's so new. He just left me about 5.5 months ago, and so I'm having a really hard time with my own grief right now.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I didn't
don't
mean to impose.
feel comfortable with that
That's
right
fine.
now.
I'm glad you're honest.
I didn't hear you at the beginning of the show.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, good.
I am very honest. Yes,
Good.
ma'am.
Well,
I
that's
sure
what's
am.
gonna make
but
you a good
you have been
psychic.
terrific, and it's made me feel much better.
Well, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, you sound really good. You sound really strong. I do believe that you're circulating with the right energies. And, once again, you are communicating with Steve. He says that, he's transparent, but he's still with you, and you're transparent with yourself and with others. And so, that's the only way to really, really help people, is to really get real and just say it as it is.
Right.
So, all right, Laura.
Right. Well, I do try.
You're doing great. You're doing great. I appreciate it. All right. Well, thanks for calling in the show.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
yeah. I'll
thank
be back.
you.
Sure, I'll be
Thank
back
you
in 2
so
weeks.
much.
My
I
pleasure.
really appreciate.
My
Really
pleasure.
great, Robin. Thank you, and have a good night. Okay.
I will. All right, Laura. You too. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Okay, we're just going to move right along. And you're on the phone with Robin Zodiac. Hello, hello.
Hi, Robin. This is Dean.
Dean. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. No.
How are you this evening?
Good, good. Is this Dean Ryan? Oh, it's a different Dean. Okay, great. I'm glad you called in, Dean. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm very glad to get through as well. I'm excited to see what you have in store for me.
Okay, great. So you just want me to go with it, huh? Okay. Well,
Yeah, go with it, but ironically, more specifically,
Sure.
something with like my personal life,
Right.
like relationships or love, the contemplating love thing.
okay, well, okay. First of all, are you calling from Los Angeles, Dean? Are you calling from LA?
No, I'm in Phoenix.
Phoenix. Okay, fabulous. Okay, well, when it comes to your personal life, I am getting change coming up. So it does feel like there's two people that I feel like you kind of switch. Sometimes you think, oh, yeah, I really like them. And then sometimes you're like, oh, I really like them. But I do see you kind of at a crossroads with two individuals. Is that about right? Because
That sounds like you hit the nail right on the head.
okay, one of them I feel is either really well educated or has something to do with education, or it could be, something along the lines of math or finance, or is there someone like that around you? No, not yet.
Yeah, it sounds like it works
Okay.
with the one. It sounds like it works with the one business manager.
Oh,
So it sounds like it might go with that.
okay, yeah, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. Yeah, because very, very smart. And yes, like a teacher, and definitely somebody that works in finance and with numbers, and as is a brilliant mind. And I feel like that's part of the attraction. That's a major reason why
Oh
there's
yeah,
an attraction.
yeah,
Because,
that is.
yeah,
That's the exact reason. Actually, is
yeah,
like
yeah.
the term "smart cookie" it doesn't even
I
describe
love it.
the level of attraction because of the education and how smart he is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's a meeting of the minds, and we always end up with somebody of our same intelligence, except I don't know where I got my husband from. I
If
always.
that's true, I'm in trouble.
Oh, is it really? Well, I love you, Tony. I'll be your surrogate boyfriend.
Okay.
So, yeah, I definitely feel that there's, I also get that there's a younger man around you that's hot and could be a little Latin blood, just somebody that's really spicy and hot. So that it does look like there's a boy toy around you.
Again, you're hitting the nail on the head with all of this.
Oh, cool. I'm glad you called in. So, yeah, it does feel like the spicy one I feel is also, I have to give it to you straight, Dean. You're not going to like what I have to say about the younger one. He seems to be a bit of an opportunist.
Mm-hmm.
So, once again, embrace, but it's really hard when your heart's involved, but I did want to give you a bit of a warning, and I'm not here to make the decision, and I'm not here to judge anybody for, loving who they love. That's not my job, but I just wanted you to know that, yeah, he's totally, enamored with you. He's crazy about you, but also it seems like he wants to be a part of you, but he also wants to be a part of your profession or be part of, your successes. And, sometimes, healthy competition is great, but I'm not sure, and once again, I know this sounds general and I hope I don't upset anybody out there, but, from what I'm getting, like with this hot, spicy, lover, sometimes they can get jealous, a little bit more possessive, so I do feel that, once again, I like the other one. The other one seems to be more methodical. Of course, I'm just saying energy-wise, and that can change. In 2 weeks, it could change, but I'm definitely feeling that the smart one does seem to be marriage, commitment, home, success, peace of mind. But another thing I always say, too, is that sometimes we get addicted to the drama, and I've learned, especially in the last 3.5 years, that boring is like a blessing. Simple and boring is so much easier.
It doesn't always have to be crazy excitement. And
right.
And like I said, you hit the nail right on the head with both of them. And I think the reason that I asked that question is because the younger one, it's confusing me since we started. I'm a professional photographer, and that's how we met, is him modeling for me, actually. And it kind of crossed a little bit personal when he asked me on a date, and I have had that feeling that it was probably a little more of an opportunity kind of thing versus a personal type of thing.
Okay, well, like I said, I didn't mean to offend you, but I'm sure that the shots were incredible because, with photography, the camera really talks from your perspective and what you're feeling and what you're drawing out of your subject. So I'm sure it goes both ways. But yes, I just feel like you have to be a little bit careful with the information you share, when it comes to money or finance or anything, because I always say, couples break up over infidelity or money, problems. And, I've learned from very, very wealthy, wise man that everything's $100. You know, just $100. That's it. That's what I make. You know, so if you just keep to that rule, you'll be fine. Then you won't have the jealousy or the envy or the feeling of entitlement. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah. Well, thank
Very
you
glad
so
to hear
much.
that. You've given me good insight.
Well, congratulations to your success also, because I do feel like you're going to be making some major changes. So I saw a move coming up too. So if you have if you're,
Really?
yeah, you might not want it right now, but it could be that, you know, it's a better energy that I feel, or you're going to be more in a artistic area, or something's going to come through for you. It seems unexpected.
That's amazing because I actually work part-time at a bar, and the owner is opening up a new one in Palm Springs.
Great.
And I've been speaking with them about maybe relocating out there to work there, and that would happen sometime in the next couple months. So that's actually
awesome.
really good news that you told me.
You are going to love Palm Springs. Everybody that I've known that lives in Arizona can't get out of there fast enough. So you're going to love Palm Springs. So great. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I'd love to see your work. You know, hopefully you'll get some galleries, and I'm sure you'll be a tremendous success. I saw that in your career. So congratulations. I feel it's going to happen. So when it does, you know, when I ask where you're calling from, it'll be Palm Springs. So
Yes, definitely.
all right.
Well, I appreciate it. You've made my evening, and you've given me nothing but good news, actually. So thank you.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you took it well, because I'm glad it was from your perspective good news. So thank you, Dean. Really appreciate it. Okay. Have a wonderful evening. Take care. Okay, we're going to move right along to our next caller. You're on the phone with Robin Zodiac. Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Hello?
Hi. Who's this? Hello?
You okay?
Yeah, no, you're faded in and out. Who's
Hello, this is Deb.
This is who?
Oh, this is Debbie. Can you hear me
Yeah,
okay?
I can hear you, Debbie. Yeah,
Debbie.
Debbie. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Where are you calling from, Debbie?
I'm from Maryland.
Maryland. Fabulous, fabulous. Are you close to the DC area?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Probably about an hour.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm from that area.
I got through. It's so wonderful
Great.
to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Debbie, did you have a specific question, or do you just want me to roll with what I get? What would you like?
You're rolling with what you got, and you've got something already. I would go with you in 100%, in New York second.
Okay.
I've been wondering about my direction and my life, and you know, I mean, I'm at a loss.
Okay.
So, yeah, I.
Okay, well, I don't see you at a loss at all. As a matter of fact, I see you have like lots of opportunities coming up that you're going to be making some really exciting decisions. I don't actually feel like you're going to be leaving the area, but I actually feel that it seems that somebody from your past, and it does feel like it could be your distant past, is going to resurface. So has that happened? And I'm talking about distant past, like somebody from a long time ago seems to be reconnecting with you. So has that happened yet? That has happened.
He has and an ex-boyfriend, and I will let you know, the love has been there for 32 years. It won't leave, and I told him that. I'm sorry, but he gave me an opportunity to work for him. I work for him one time a week, and I am enjoying myself 100%. We get along 100%. I want to be with the rest of my life.
Fabulous.
He has a girlfriend.
Okay.
Yes, he has a girlfriend.
Okay.
He's off limits. So I'm like, okay, so when you're getting rid of her?
Yeah, well, you know, I would just say, you know, burn some pink candles and reinforce your aura energy of love. Definitely always look amazing. I'm sure you do when you see him. He's like, you know, like you say, he's kind of like your muse, and you get excited to see him. So I can totally get that. But, you know, energetically, you know, just vibe her better scenario. You know, that's what I always do is I always, you know, like right now I'm facing a situation where I don't know, somebody has just chosen that I'm their enemy, and I have no reason why, and I have no problems with them, but I'm just vibing that they're going to get a better job and they're going to just move on with their life and be happy and joyous. Obviously they're not happy. I mean, because like I said in the beginning of the show, anybody that I'm a good friend. If you don't want to be my friend, I'll still be your friend and wish you the best. And we don't have to be around each other. But, so I always say the best way to, and my daughter always says too, Mom, that's one thing you always taught me is love your enemies. And I'm not saying she's an enemy, but definitely wishing her, better horizons and reinforcing every time you think of her or see a picture of her or something, just vibe it, because everything in life, reality is a perception. So if you can perceive your reality with him, as you stated, and I do believe you wholeheartedly, I saw it in the cards. So she, if you know in your heart you're the best thing for him, and I do believe that you do, then you have to realize that she's going to get the best thing for her. And that's how you have to look at her, when you think of her or when you have to, be around her. But, yeah, I do believe that there's a future with the two of you. I actually am picking up, though, that he is having an awakening and he is having some confusion in his love for you. But, like I had said earlier,
Yeah,
I think he's a little addicted to the
coming up to me
drama.
and
Yeah. He's
see me while I'm working, and I'm like, look at me. And he came up to me weeks ago and kissed me on my neck, and I went, I thought we weren't, like that. And you have a girlfriend. You have a girlfriend. You can't be kissing anybody. And, and I keep reminding him this, but no matter what I do, he keeps coming over to me. He's, he'll touch my hand. He'll touch my shoulder. He'll go, here's more work for you to do. And, but I was there last week, and I felt my daughter come through and bring his parents.
Oh,
Said,
wow.
why are your parents right here in the room? And he knows what I do on the side.
Oh, wow.
And he said, because they died last week. And I said, oh, no wonder it's like a fresh spirit. When somebody crosses over,
gosh.
they try to get in touch with you, and they don't know how to do it, and somebody has to bring them forward for you to... And he knows I have this gift, and he doesn't care about it, but I'll tell you, when you meet a man that thinks, oh, she's talking to dead people, they run for the hills. He doesn't run. He knows what I do, and he's okay with it. And I've been trying to enhance my gift and work harder at my gift, and what you're doing and helping people don't realize it is so important to be out there helping people every single day, because then your gift gets stronger and better. And you are amazing. I just want to tell you that. I'm going to throw that out there.
Thank you.
Doing a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
People on the phone. It's like, oh my God.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Debbie. Thank you. So, yeah, I was trying to get a reading from Laura earlier. She was in, in the right headspace, and I'm glad she was honest with me. So I'm going to ask you, what do you get on me? Like I said, these last 2 weeks have been crazy. So what do you think it is? You think I'm
Well, things are going on that's unsettled, and with you, the feeling I'm getting with you right now is you're such an amazing person that you are really pushing to do so many other things, and you just said to me, I have to get my center together. You got to get your center together too.
Yeah.
It's like that's what we do, because we're happiest and we're best when we're helping everybody else.
I know. Well,
and that's what you're God.
Yeah, it's true. It's
That's
true.
who you are.
That's
You're just
true.
beautiful. And also, men are just so attracted to you. I mean, I don't know if you're married or anything, but men are so attracted, and they just want to start talking to you, and you can talk about anything.
Oh, well,
and that's why men love you. And you might have a little bit of jealousy on the side with the other women, but I'm telling you, you're an amazing woman, and I'm getting that from you, and I'm feeling it, and I love you. I don't even know you, but I love you.
Thank you. I love all these compliments. Now my ego's
You're
involved.
good.
Oh, thank you. Well, first of all, yeah, it seems like I was thinking that. So you are psychic. You picked that up because I was on my way over. And I was thinking, when it rains, it pours. It doesn't happen very often, but sometimes my energy just like men just fall over to communicate with me, but the majority of the time, people walk walk on the other side of the street when they see me coming. So that's why I said these last 2 weeks, I just felt like I've been like majorly under a major psychic attack, and I was just wondering if you had any idea why. And yeah, maybe it is jealousy. See, I don't see that in other people because I really
I'm getting.
I don't feel
jealousy.
There's
like some men in your circle, and they're like, "Oh, she's taking off. She's got this radio show. She's doing really well." And it's instead of being happy for you, because if you were my friend, I would be so thrilled, so happy. I'd be bragging about you, be talking how great you are, how awesome you are. But yet they're not finding that in you. And I find that in you just talking to you. And this is the first time I ever called into your show. This is the first time. And I was offline. I went back online. I'm like, something's going on. And I saw you, and I said, I'm going to call anyway because I never get through. Never.
Wow.
Your face, and I went, that woman, she's adorable. Oh my God. Look at her. She's awesome. And this is the problem you're going to constantly have, not now, but probably in the past and in the future. But you've got to keep yourself so centered and so wonderfully beautiful on the outside and the inside, because these people, the jealousy. And that, my grandmother raised me, Sicilian grandmother raised me. She said, Debbie, and then her little Sicilian accent, Debbie, jealousy, it's a disease. Don't ever catch that disease. And you know what? You don't have that disease.
No, I don't.
And that's why these women do have it.
I don't. I'm not jealous of
if you
anybody.
could just go past it
because
and ground them. Go past them.
I see, that's why I got into this work, is I want other people to better their lives. I don't worry about myself, because I figure when your life is better, then I won't. Then first of all, I had said earlier, I'm focusing on other people. That makes me happy. I don't have to focus on myself. And yes, I want people to do better than me. I want my daughter to be better than me. I want everybody to do better than me. I don't. That's like I said. I don't fear people not loving me. That's not my problem, because I really do like my own company. I was talking to Tony about this. Tony spends a lot of time by himself, and I think that's what we have most in common, is that we are loners, but we are around lots of people, and we like the energy of people, and we like people. But yeah, I thank you for noticing that, Debbie. That really compliments me a lot, because that's why I don't get it.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
Stay there. You need to stay on the level, because I'm not saying that everybody's below you. That is not what I'm saying, because if anybody starts writing in or calling in, that woman said that no. I didn't say anybody's below anybody, but you have a higher self. And anybody that does in the psychic world has a higher self. And we need to hold on to that higher self. It has nothing to do with I'm better than you. No. And I have more than you. No. I have nothing. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care about having anything. But I want love of people, and I have a desire to have friends. And that when you have a desire to have friends as much as you do, you're so constant in trying to make everybody so happy about yourself.
That's true. I had that realization.
And that's what I'm seeing. So
that's right. I had that realization 2 weeks ago, and that's when all my problems started. I'm like, I'm going to be happy for myself. I'm going to make decisions for myself now.
We need to do a show together so that people are calling in and we're both reading them. Exactly. And they'll get double whammy readings, and people will go, oh my God, where did those two women come from?
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, definitely write me. I've invited other callers on the show. So yeah, write me. Definitely. I'd be on the show.
I actually had and that's the other UBN people and the doctor. They were awesome, and I was so enthralled in everything they were saying, and they're amazing people. And everything I do is, if I had a reading done by Tyler Henry.
Oh yeah.
You know who Tyler Henry is, right?
Tony's interviewed him.
Oh my God, it was supposed to be like an hour.
Henry?
Oh yeah, I've been.
Yeah, we talked for like 3 hours. He's horrible. I love him so much.
Wow.
And so many things. And he's like, okay, so start writing the book. And I'm like, no, I can't write the book. He goes, you're going to figure out what you're going to write about. He says, I don't think it's going to be about the abusive part of your life. I think it's going to be about something else. and I'd like to write a love story. And I had prayed, I want to write something. Tell me what. And then the guy from my past appeared on Facebook, and there he was. And he said, I have a job. I need help. I've been praying for an angel. Well, here I am. But I'm not the angel of his love. I'm the angel of his life. This other woman is that lives 3 hours south of him.
Okay, all right.
I don't know why he has a long-distance relationship, and I hope to God he ain't listening. I just feel I'm really good for him, and I'm going to help him. And I will continue to help him, even though he doesn't want a relationship with me.
Well, you
and like you said, hang in there.
Hang in there.
Show the true colors. I know who I am.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I will.
Okay,
and
my dear.
I don't want to keep you because I don't want to use up all your time. But I love talking to you. You are so cool and so amazing.
Awesome.
And I'm going to write you, and I'm going to friend you and everything else.
Great. Yeah.
And we're going to keep in touch.
We're going to do a show together. I love it.
I would love to do UBN a show with you. I would love it. I have all the set here at my house.
All right,
so if you ever need to do that, I would be loving it, and I would be helping. I would love to do readings over the phone with you. I do that on the side job. That's what I do. When people call me, they're like, I don't know where you are. I said, I'm in Maryland. And they say, can you help me? And I go, sure. And I give them a reading.
Fabulous. Hey, Debbie,
I know.
sorry,
So I do have...
Sure. I got to keep rolling. So we've got quite a few people.
Yes.
Yeah, write me. I'll see you. Yeah, we'll see you on UBN as a co-host. So, yeah, I'll be in touch. And also another thing, I do have...
I will, and we're going to get the...
We're going to. Yes, I am a woman of my word. So definitely write me. In 2 weeks, we have Psychic Christina coming on. Oh, nice. And she's from New York. She just moved, and we reconnected. We used to co-host together on another network, and oh my gosh, you're going to love her. She's also Italian. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. So we're just going to keep rolling. Hello. You're on the line with Robin Zodiac. Hello.
How many people? Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Hello?
Yes. How can I help today? Who's this?
Hello? Yes.
Hi.
Hello?
Is this Roberta?
Hello? Hi. Yes, sorry.
Hi. Yeah.
Yes, hi, Robin.
Hey, can you turn down the sound on your computer?
My cousin.
Hey,
yes, go ahead.
Turn down the sound on your computer. I can hear myself on your... I'm hearing myself. Okay? You got me turned down?
Okay, how about now?
Great, perfect.
Yeah, is that good now?
Yeah. You said you had a niece coming.
Okay, thank you.
And yeah.
Yes, my just passed away today, and he was far away from his family. He had bone cancer.
Oh my!
And he passed away suddenly. We thought he was starting to feel better, and we just heard the news. I don't know. I felt like it's time when I saw you live on Facebook, and if you have anything that we can hear from him, I would love to, because when he passed away, his mom wasn't, and his dad, his mom and his sister were not next to him, and he had a tough relationship with his dad, and he never saw him for years, and
wow.
He passed away without seeing him.
Okay. And once again, what is your name? Because I thought you were Roberta calling in from Canada, but no, you're not Roberta. What is your name?
Oh, sorry.
That's
no,
okay.
My name is Safa. My name is Safa, and I'm calling from Omaha, Nebraska.
Great.
Sorry.
No worries. No reason to apologize. But, well, first of all, what I was getting is that he did have a beautiful passing. And, I've talked so many times on the show about when I was a teenager, I had a very serious ski accident where I actually technically bled to death. And I actually have crossed over, and I was revived. And I have to tell you, and I've said this to Tony, and I have talked about it, that, he had a beautiful introduction to a beautiful abyss. And he's glad nobody saw him. He feels relieved that he passed with there's actually, technically, they say the light, it is a light. It's like a waterfall of lights, and it's the most beautiful, I can't even describe how it is. It's so amazing. And I get that he was amongst comfort and love. And it was, I keep getting him telling me it was like an introduction of, no fear, everything was perfect the way he passed. So yes, he was feeling better because he knew he was going to the better place. So yes, he knew he was passing today. He chose to go. That's what I keep getting from him. So don't feel sad. And his dad, I know you said that he hadn't talked to him for years, but his dad's still here, right? His dad's still here? Hello? Did we lose her?
I guess we did.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I just felt that, anyway, I'm not going to say it now that she's not on the phone because it was kind of snarky what he was telling me to tell you. So it wasn't meant to be, I guess. So, okay, we're just going to move on to one more caller. And we have time for one more question. And you're on the phone with Robin Zodiac. Hello.
Hi, this is Michelle.
Hi, where are you calling in from, Michelle?
Hello, how are you?
Good.
I'm from Chicago.
Chicago, great.
How are you tonight? You've been busy.
Great. Yeah. I'm usually busy. Just want to remind everybody that next week I won't be here. But the following week I will be here with a guest, Christina, Psychic Christina. So what would you like me to look into? Did you have a quick question for me, or... I feel
no, you can just roll with it like you've been doing tonight.
Great.
I think you've been doing amazing.
Great. Well, first of all, I really get that you're a class act, that you definitely can, you treat everybody with respect. Doesn't matter their status. But I also feel that you're, like I said, classy. I just feel like you're really educated. You're really open-minded. You're very... creative. I feel like you seem to be conservative, but you're far from conservative. You're extremely open-minded person. So you shock people. I feel like people, they see you and they have a preconceived notion that they already know what type of person you are, and you're full of surprises. I also see a lot of advancement coming up with work. I am seeing more money coming up. I am seeing that you have been stressed out with worry. So another thing I always talk about is EFT tapping. So it's emotional freeing techniques. So that will really help with a lot of stress and worry that you're going through. I also feel that there is a soulmate, and I am also picking up a marriage, and I'm also picking up a younger man. So are you married, Michelle?
No, I'm not married.
I didn't think so, but it says
I am single.
There is a man coming in, and when I said younger, you're like, oh no. But you know what? Actually, it's the meeting of the minds, like we talked about earlier in the show. And it does feel like, it doesn't matter if he's younger, it does feel like you're compatible. And I feel like you really need a super intelligent and sensitive man. And I do believe that you are going to meet someone. And it says that he's going to know at first sight that he wants to marry you. So it does feel like you may go through a little bit of confusion with making some decisions, because it does feel you may be at a crossroads with careers. So you said you're calling in from Chicago, but are you contemplating on relocating or making a move? Or, I mean, it could just be a move to a new home. Mm-hmm. Hello?
I'm open to it. Okay. I'm definitely open to that.
Okay, great.
So it's not, I don't have to stay here, but
right.
Make mistake me.
And with career, you do have like an executive job, and you are a professional, right? I mean, like I said, that's the appearance that you give, but underneath it, I see you like as an artist, and just mind-blowing, flow of thoughts, and like I just really get that you always push the boundaries, but you stay very conservative. So, are you a professional? Is that what I'm seeing?
I am. Like I run a facility in the city, and so I'm trying to move up within the organization, and because I just don't feel like I've reached my potential yet, and I really feel like I can do so much more of all of my gifts.
I believe so. Yeah, I definitely believe that you have an extremely good memory. You pay attention to details. You can recall those details at whim. And yeah, I just really feel like the reason why you're still single is that first of all, your soulmate's coming, and second of all, it just feels like you haven't met your intellectual equal. Like, I'm not trying to say that you have, it's just that energy that you'll know, you'll just know, and he'll know too. So that's what I got. He'll know at first sight. You may have to make some decisions on, like I said, relocating or making some moves, or, I know you said that you really would like to move up in the company, but other opportunities could arise. So, but I do see your life changing in regards to love. So I feel like the professional life, yes, of course, you want to do better in your professional life because you are extremely ambitious. But I really feel that you're going to have a really lovely, wonderful relationship with a young, hot, intelligent man. So that's what I get. So I'm glad you called in tonight. Yeah, I got to talk about it.
That sounds great.
Feeling the vibe. Too bad I can't share it with Tony. All right. So thank you again. I really appreciate
Have a lovely
tonight.
weekend.
Thank you, you too. And happy Mother's Day to everybody that called in. Thank you. And yes, and also I want to thank Tony.
Why, thank you, Robin.
Do we have any more minutes, or are we out of time?
We only have about 2 minutes left.
We have 2 minutes left. Okay. Well, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I know you wanted to talk about sex, baby.
Of course,
talk about you and me.
Of course. Anyway, there's this new initiative or whatever, and like Mike Pence is I don't know if I want to title him as homophobic, but I just want to put it out there. Okay, he is, isn't he?
Yes.
I just want to put it out there. We all experiment with the same sex when we're kids.
Only when I'm drunk.
No,
I'm
that's
just
not
kidding.
true. That's not true. When we're kids, it's natural to experiment with the same sex. So this initiative, I see it. I just wanted to say, I see it. That this is actually going, you know how they say in the end times, churches won't exist anymore? They think they're going to help churches. And this is I tweeted today under a pseudonym. This is like putting a nail in the casket and not on the cross. Mm-hmm. This is like a step. I'm celebrating. I'm thinking, yay, no more religion. Woo! And they're pushing religion and they're singing religion. And it's when you try, like Mercury, right? When you touch Mercury, how it moves, and you touch Mercury, how it moves, and it's like, oh, okay, it's going to move in the other direction now. Yay!
Crazy
What do you
people.
think? What do you think?
Oh, I totally agree, because if you add politics and religion together, people go to church not to hear politics. They go to hear the word. And unfortunately, the politics have taken over, or even vice versa.
Well, see, I have always said, and like I said, I'm not an atheist. I do believe the Bible is a military handbook. There's so much symbolic.
Well, I just feel that majority of the wars that have ever existed, that ever occurred, have been because of religion beliefs.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, the King James Bible just had its anniversary, I think, on May 2nd, May 3rd, May 2nd. When it was written. But the thing is the King James Bible is missing page number 911.
Ooh.
And so, it's just baffles me because, like I said, to each his own. I mean, if people really need to, grasp, outside of themselves for something, I think it's total brainwashing, know. I think it's really sad that everybody's looking on the outside. And from a woman, perspective, I mean, we all come from women or females. I'm sorry, we all come from females, except the seahorse, right? The seahorse, right? They're the only male that procreates. So this whole God concept, I bought into it when I was a kid, but then the more reading, somebody asked me about religion, and I said, well, I think I'm too educated, because I actually read all religions, and and there's the common thread to all religions is belief.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I always say, reality is a perspective. If you believe something about yourself, everybody else is going to believe it. So I'm going to say good night to everybody on that note. Keep believing in yourself. And I'll be back in 2 weeks with Psychic Christina. Thank you for calling in, and bye for tonight. Bye.
Psy-chic.com has worldwide users instant messaging, reading blogs, romance stories, posting pictures, getting recipes, playing games, buying, selling, psychic readings, reviewing, and much more. Interact at psy-chic.com.
Psychic Robin Zodiac has talent of ESP abilities to predict your future in accurate detail. Robin Zodiac has authored many advised books, and you can interact at psy-chic.com. Clients call Robin at 877-924-4783 for a $3 a minute reading.
Breaking news on famous celebrity psychic Robin Zodiac, also known as Psychic Mom, and her order of business of her Secrets to New You Love ebook series on Amazon, to her live call-in Friday night show on UBNradio.com between 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. California time, to her interactive lifestyle website www.psy-chic.com, which is the word psychic with a dash in the middle. That's psy-chic.com, to her in-person psychic readings at her Culver City studio. So log on now to psy-chic.com for more information about your accurate psychic reading with Robin Zodiac today.